Hello, my name's Rob Chisholm, and I'm going to share with you some ideas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this image into three. So the first thing I've done is brought the image in, made it fit the parameters of the size of frame, but I'll explain what I mean by that so there's no confusion. If we go to fit frame and fit, that's down the bottom left there. So, or there on the right. Obviously it helps if we put touches on, doesn't it? So we'll just show touches. There you go. So we duplicated the same image 3 times, or in this case we've used clone, which is the same as duplicate, so we've got 3 of them there. So what I'm going to do now quickly is just edit this. I'm going to go into the cropping function there, so just crop that. We'll go from the top. Need to split this into 3 sections. So if you look at this visually, just show you quickly, we've got the foreground here, then we've got the centerpiece being Brighton West Pier, then we've got the sky. So we could go about, there's 1, there's 2, and that'll be 3. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to take from the top down to there. You can use reference points like the person's head or something, or in this case the pier, or you could simply use 72.2 as a reference, which is important. You could do this in Affinity Photo. That's another thing I'd probably look to do it in. Probably might be a bit easier, I think. We'll find out in a moment. And so we go from the bottom. So we need it to, there we are, there. I guess we can have this, you could have a nice black line in actually, it might look good, don't know. For now we'll do that. And then from the top we're going to bring it down to about there, that cloud there, so 38.5. So come back out, got this guy here, edit this, and then we'll go cropping again here. Oop, crop from the bottom. I think it was up there, wasn't it? Yep. And we don't need to change the top. Now the only other thing you want to do is say, well, 0.28 seconds long. That's a bit short. Let's make it 4. Now I could set that in here, obviously. Project settings, but I'm not. I'm working on another project and I need it to be set to that. As in 0.28. So for this project we want it a bit longer. There we go. So they've all got, oh, except for that one. There. So what are we going to do? Well, first things first. We could use some presets if we had them, but that's there. You could bring them up, these effects, and my presets are in there. So, and the rest of them are stored on a Western Digital drive next door. So I'll just bring them in when I want. It's worthwhile noting, any developer might be watching, that little area there, if I clicked on it, I could expand this. Oops. Because to scroll through that's a bit... if I bung in, I think I've got 150 presets now, it'd take forever to find them. That's why I keep them next door on a different drive. But if I clicked on that and expanded, it would make my life a bit easier. So, what I'm going to do is take the bottom one, going to edit that, and I'm going to position this off to the left. It's not that one, never mind, we can do undo. I'm going to position it, oh, not that one, going to position it on the x-axis, so it's going to be there. We must use the position point there. Remember, these are still images, they're not, it's not video, so I'm going to animate stills. So what shall we say, 1.5 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds. Might be a bit long. But we'll save that, and then we'll just bring it back into there. So that's that. Now, what you could do is you could save that as a preset up here. So good to save that as a slide from, it's going to be a bit long-winded, bottom left. It's a bit long, slide bottom left, okay. That means that we do it next time. We've got this ready for another project. If we wish, I could obviously archive this whole project and just replace the images. Okay, so that works. Now, go back to the beginning, edit. The middle bit wants to be off there. That's there, and we're going to come over to 2 seconds, which is pretty much there. Don't want to do that. Go back, which is pretty much where the start position is. I'm then going to quickly slide that back. You probably worked out, oops, what I'm going to do. That'll do. So I'll try not to waffle too much now. So what should we do with the top one? Where shall that come from? What sort of effect would we go for? Remember, I could save that as a preset, what I've just done, if I wish. I think if we go to the bottom, oops, about there, then we get to 2 seconds, and then we bring that to the top. And then we'd obviously add music and everything to it. This is what it will look like. So you just made your own transitional effects. Remember, transitions sort of down here. Get all these different transitions. You could do slide left, slide down. You probably could have done it with that. Probably, I don't know. I could have used those. But look, like that. You too could do that. Just get on an experiment. Make your own transitions up. Little intros. It's quite a nice little effect if you had that with a load of images. You could swap it around, but they could just flow into each other. I can't press play, otherwise I think it overrides the recording on the tablet here, which I'm recording on. Anyway, that's me from Rogerson, and hopefully that's some use. Put comments and feedback up. That's always helpful.